Welcome to the next project. This is episode 9.1 of my Great Guitar Build Off 2021 Build Along Challenge to myself, where I took it upon myself to build a Gretsch inspired big body guitar. Never made one of these before. Always thought it was beyond me, and maybe it was. But, I tried to rise to the challenge and did my best, and it turned out very good. Actually, a lot of things went better than I thought, and I learned a lot. I also built a lot of jigs, a lot of tools, fixed a lot of things, broke a lot of things, a lot of head scratching and late night burritos. A lot went into this guitar. I hope to have a part 2 to this video in the near future, as I'm working on some scheduling with a gentleman who actually plays guitar, and he will hopefully be giving this a shakedown, run-through, playthrough for us, but I'll keep everybody posted as to when and hopefully if that happens. But for this video, to wrap up this project, we're just going to do some final assembly, and I will give you some of my non-professional sound samples at the very end. We're also going to have some retrospective photos of basically this whole project leading us out. So thank you very much, everybody, for sticking with me through this very, very, very extended video series. And before I talk anymore, hit the bell, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, do all those really good things. That helps the channel become noticed by other people, I guess. That's what they tell me. I don't know. Let's get to it and wrap up the next project.
The move is complete and the wait is over. Opening up all of the tuner holes, they had a little bit of clear coat buildup in there. Ran the drill on reverse, so I wasn't trying to tear the veneer off the top, I just opened up the holes. And here I'm squaring up and drilling pilot hole, now the finish hole with a piece of tape and my drill bit for a depth stop. A little bit of soap on the thread of the screw. Final assembly, getting the tuners anchored in place. Flipping it over, putting on the little bushing nuts, and I didn't have the proper wrench with me since I was working on my bathroom countertop workspace, but you should use the actual wrench, it's far better. Moving on to finishing up the Bigsby, I had the original hinge, a hinge that I used on a different project, and a new hinge plate for this, and a new hinge pin as well. Problem was, even the new hinge pin wasn't quite long enough to reach the full width of the hinge. So I thinned out the two barrels on either end of the hinge with my belt sander, and then went to the bench, not in my bathroom, and did some final cleanup, easing the edge of the hinge here, just so it doesn't make me bleed all over. And a little bit of sanding, actually quite a bit more sanding, just to get it smooth, get rid of the grinder marks, and then I will finish it up with some metal polish. And this is probably not the right stuff to use, but it's what I had. And this is the same metal polish I use for polishing frets, but it turned out good. And this is just cast aluminum, so it does polish up reasonably well. And the hinge pin now fits with just enough clearance that I can swell the end of it slightly, and it's not gonna fall out of there. The screw for the end button strap on this guitar is actually part of the grounding system to ground the strings to the rest of the electronics. The new strap locks had a different size hole for a screw, so I had to open that up. And the hole within the barrel of the strap lock button there was smaller than the screw head, so I had to, as you saw, put that on the bench and grind it down. Now here I'm doing final anchoring of the Bigsby hinge, which it does hurt to drill extra holes in the brand new guitar. And the strap lock is in place. It works pretty well. Putting the strap lock button on the top horn of the guitar, and this was probably the easiest thing I had to do for this whole project. strap lock works. Well, maybe this was the other most easy thing I had to do in this project. Little finishing touches. When I was doing final assembly, I really thought I had been recording a bunch of other things like making a finish nut for this, getting strings on, setting the intonation, but when I got home, it appears all the video was gone. So now we're going to move on to some sound samples, and the typical warning, eye and ear protection are required beyond this point, and make sure you have a mute control within reach. Well, my friends, we have reached the end of this project, but as I said, I'm trying to arrange for some more professional sound samples and a good playthrough to happen soon. So hopefully I'll have one more video following this at a little bit later date. Thank you for sticking with me through this very, very extended project. I appreciate everybody tuning in, the great support this channel has received from everybody who watches. Great comments. You're all a great group of people, and I really do appreciate it. I hope you're picking up some ideas, maybe some inspiration to go out and making wood chips of your own, or borrowing some ideas and making them better by giving them your twist. Please take care of yourself and those around you. And until the next project rolls out, take care. Bye.